Greetings, mature adults. It is Den time again. Den 3. One of my favorites. It is certainly a standout in the series. It's kind of a new approach. It is also the last hurrah for Richard Corben's classic coloring technique as he'd done it. And it is as vibrant as ever. Just look at these frolicking whales, these new whales, I should say. There's some world building happening. This really sets itself apart from Den 1 and 2. This is something new. And immediately, here's Zek. He was in Den 2, but here's this guy. And this might be familiar to you. Because 15 years ago, Corben wrote For the Love of a Demon. There's a version of Zek, and there's, I think that's Zomak, is that his name? The Goblin Man here. And take a look at this. He, directly brought this back. He, copied that drawing again, and there's, the orc looking out the window. This guy's also in Rolf. Is that in here? Can I... No, that's not that one. That's a different book. Anyway, 15 years later, we get a sequel to this, too. And so how this story starts is something's coming out of the sky. Here's some pirates. They are also a witness. And it crashes upon the land, setting it ablaze. Look at that reflection in the water, that's great. Look at all the colors in that water. He's using fucking everything, not just blue. There's green, there's purple, every single color is in that water. And these pods wash up on the shore. And the orc finds them very delicious. I mean, they look tasty and juicy. Look at this. This underwater shot. The green and blue lighting, and look, even the slush from above casts shadow. Incredible. These new whales sense something in these eggs. They kind of bump up to them, but the sharks come. And they tear everything asunder into bloody clouds. With just two survivors, Kill and Maul. You'll never guess who this skinny guy is. Saved in one instance by the whale. Look at that water again. And this is an iteration of the cover, which I have yet to show you. Children of Fire is what starts this story off. It is a 3-part series, and is later collected in its entirety in subsequent follow-ups in the Fantacore Den series to become Den 3. Before then, there were just hints that, wait a minute, that reminds me of Den. I'm amazed at this overexposure, how her eye is just a dot. You don't see lots of people doing overexposure. Super cool. The art is so good. Ain't it? We get some nonsense fantasy dialogue. Some description of what's going on. Look at that, how faded in that wreckage is back there. The orc has taken all the eggs and is just feeding on them one by one. Yeah, Zomak. That's right. Wait a minute. This is like the exact paneling of the demon story. Let me get that open a fucking again. Oh my god! Oh my god! Wowie zowie. There's also this cellar, which we'll see in a bit. They take the pirate and drop him into the cellar that you just saw, and that's the end of the first issue. So I'll go ahead and show you the cover for this next one. It's very good. They're all very good. He's so incredible. My god. This is from Art Book 1. We now meet Puka, who is a slave. She becomes a reoccurring character following this story. Den Saga, mostly. I think that's still prequel territory. The timeline is a bit nonsensical, but you accept the work, because it's just so good. There's the grading from the demon story. These stairs. The pencil, like, he uses pencil on the artboards too, so it, like, adds so much texture. Like, maybe even the shadow on the stairs might be charcoal or something. Here's the scene from the cover. Look at how, the line art is knocked back a bit. It's, lighter. It's very cool. Oh, we get some brilliance. The orange. It's glowing. Look at that. That's the end of him. Kill makes a running jump. But, Maul isn't very fit. Interesting how, like, the blood pool around him is pink. It's just so diluted in the super saturated water. Look at how, the reflection in the water highlights his fingers against, like, the rest of this kind of dark area. Look at this fog, this, or maybe it's the smoke from the fire just going over the water. Oh, the smoke is casting a shadow. There's this fog that looks really nice and plush. The water is boiling. The crash of, like, the ship or whatever is, like, also causing, like, radiation. These two meet each other. Look at that! Motion blur. Incredible. This guy's gonna eat a lot. He needs a lot of eating done to be, of any use. Just 3 left! Oh, this is one of the best pages. I find this iconic, if I may say so. It's so brilliant. Oh my god. Look how his teeth are pinked because of the stained blood. It's so good. Yay! Oh, this is the last issue. I'll show you the cover. It's really good. I think about it a lot. Look. Looky, looky. Zomak is smacked and blown the fuck out over this podium here, and kill goes in. Here comes the Corben action that you've been waiting for, and some of the other Corben action you've been waiting for. I admire this sequence. Look at those back muscles. There's motion blur on like the hair. Like, oh, incredible. He thinks he's won. He goes for the egg for a delicious dessert. But he's held back because the fight is still happening. The island continues to be devastated. Look at this gratuitous shot. That's the kind of thing you expect. Ooh, I love this page. Try and get that glare out of the way. Excuse me. Oh, I might say this is a bit sexy. I hope you'll forgive me if I say that. Oh, this page too? She kicked him in the fucking larynx. And then again. The island is shaking. The castle won't last. It'll collapse. He's got to get away. Ooh, look at that. Time to punt him out the porthole. She picks up the egg, loops it in some of her cloth. No, I think it's his robe. It's like a red cloth here, then it's blue? Well, I'll accept it. Torn from Zomak's robe, she ties the egg to herself and does the final punt. Oh, that's next page. There's a volcano erupting. Everything's going wrong. Here we go. Punt. Blug. Look at that. She dives into the water. Look at those ripples. Look at those ripples. The island was a giant whale. The wake is devastating. Zek loses. Oh, what was this called? A Nar stone? Much like the Lochnar? The Nar stone? He drops it. It's lost. Look at these ripples. These waves. Especially this texture in here. The two are separated. These two? Well, three. And Kill and Zomek. At her mercy. Oh, egg to eat now? That's the end of Children of Fire, the series. Then, a few years later, comes Den issue 8. With one of the best covers ever. I marvel at this frequently. There's a bit of a difference in here. Here, like this up here is removed and new text. There's kind of a box around the text here. It doesn't look so good. I ponder that choice. Why did he do that? What did he mean by this? This is a prequel to the prequel. This is still Kill. She is a combatant in this challenge against this Maul. Look how big he is. Could he have any relation to that skinny thing we saw earlier? IDK. Now, you can probably tell a new coloring technique has happened. I believe it's blue line. And each of the following issues has like a new technique. There's some brush work. But there's a big fight happening here. It's very fun. I bet he had a blast. Just having these two brawl it out. But he punches her boob. Her undeveloped boob, because secretly she's not a warrior, she's a pre-queen. Which means these guys are kind of like ants. They have a queen that gives birth to all, and she's gonna be the next one, but she didn't know. It was a secret. And then they're invaded by like actual bugs. Everyone takes up their firearms and blasts them, but it's not enough. It's awful. Oh, there's the queen. You could tell she's the queen because, like, she has those to feed every single one of them, I suppose. It's up to Kill and the Maul. That's what they're called. She's called a Kill and he's called a Maul. That's just the type of thing he is, and apparently they're, like, generally not warriors, but he is. He's just really huge. It is up to them to continue the species, but there's only one egg left. The radiation, possibly, maybe. Or it's because she's a pre-queen, she develops the boobies. That's a little overkill for just one baby. I'll show you, oh. Zomuk is coming up. Oops. No, Zomuk do nothing. See? Everything okay. That's cute. The evil thing. And then Strange Nativity. This cover, striking. The print in here is much darker. The art here is also very striking. It's like colored pencils. There's some more ripples. It's very beautiful. Zomuk is told to go away, but she's fired upon by this flying castle. The boat is destroyed. Whatever wreckage they were floating in. The sand looks like it's, spray, like from a toothbrush. They come upon her. They put a bullet in her head. She fucking loops in the air. Loses the egg. Wait, there's no independent thinking in this squad, jerk. Follow orders or die. Is she dead? Look at this blur here. That's so cool. The egg. It's hatching. Blood in the eye. This is also iconic, I feel, this coming up. This is gorgeous. This here, the cropped off head, it just... oh, I love it so much. I regularly revisit this page, and the next too. I love this. That's what we call dope in this house. She runs away with it into the white mist in the distance, but she's knocked over quite violently by this guy. Who would have guessed? Oh, that okay. Baby good to eat too. Maybe better. They save the baby. They take it. He kicks her head in for a good measure. And for even better measure, he comes back with a rock. But he is done in. He even drops the rock on his own head. Bullet through the mouth. Ugh. Look who it is. It's been a while. But Maul has returned. I don't have the issue to show you this cover. I'll just put it on the screen. There you are. This is quite a page. This is quite a seemingly restful respite from all the action. They've met each other once more, and he's grown into quite an impressive figure, but not as impressive as he once was, but much better. Then they meet this guy. Kopak. What that you drag? Look like a nice tidbit. Maybe we may trade? What? It's not a trade he's willing to make. But, he drives a hard bargain. Puka met back with her mother, that's good. And they've been feeding Mal. And she's pregnant with Maul's child. Everything's going great. But then the Sky Castle comes back. That's no good. It's fucked up. She's taken with them, with the pregnant baby. Her mother killed. They hear the gunshots, and while this fine gentleman is distracted, he gets a stab. Everything is okay. I don't think I would have been capable of such a thing back on our homeworld, but a new role has been put upon me. Oh no. Final page. I promised you'd get well. I promised to help you find our people's last child. Fine promises made by a fool, but who will help me? And keep my promises? I promise. The end of the beginning. That is Den 3. One of my favorite Den comics. It's so cool, and you probably haven't seen it before, because it didn't run in heavy metal like the others. And it is quite hard to come by, but here it is. It's really cool. I love it, so should you. Have a nice fucking day.